Hello, all. This is Anwai, and it's come to my attention through an interaction today, specifically, that at least for myself, men don't speak about poems that have affected them in their pursuit of what it means to be a man. And just shortly, without getting into too much depth, I believe that a male is what one is, and a man is what one becomes. And in that venture for myself, I'm going to read 3 poems that impacted me heavily in that pursuit. We don't have to come to true agreements, but I think that maybe this will help give a little bit more guidance or a little bit more light on the compass of life for other individuals who are trying to be a man in their life. So the first one here is from Dylan Thomas, and it's called "Do Not Go Gently Into That Good Night." And I'm sure we've heard reference to this, but I'm very glad myself I read this, so I'm gonna read it the best that I can, and hopefully I don't come to tears, but I can't promise. Some of these are very personal to me, I guess. Do not go gently into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at the close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gently into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learn, too late, they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men, near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Like I said, be hard for me to not cry. The following one is going to be a little bit harder for me. If you don't know me personally, when I was young, I ran into trouble, made some foolish decisions, and I was wisely suggested to me to get out of the house or join the military, which I saw that as one option. I had ruined some other things in my life, and with that suggestion, I decided to join the U.S. military. And when I was about 23 years old, I found myself in the very same situation that the end of this poem ends. And it's taken me a couple years to actually get to a point where, for myself, I was able to give up some of the things that I thought about myself and how I pursued things in life. However, though Rudyard Kipling was not himself a soldier per se, he was trained to do so, and one of his sons was one. But this one is specifically talking about one of the British wars that occurred in Afghanistan. The young British soldier. When the ARF-made recruitee goes out to the east, he acts like a babe and he drinks like a beast. and he wanders because he is frequent deceased. Ere he's fit for to serve as a soldier. Serve, serve, serve. As a soldier. Serve, serve, serve as a soldier. Serve, serve, serve as a soldier. So older of the Queen. Now all you recruitees, what's drafted today, you shut up your rag box and arc to my lay, and I'll sing you a soldier as far as I may, a soldier what's fit for a soldier, fit for a soldier. First mind your steer clear ho the grog sellers' huts, for they sell you fixed bayonets that rots out your guts. A drink that 'ud eat the live steel for your butts, and it's bad for the young British soldier, bad, bad, bad for the soldier. When the cholera comes, as it was past a doubt, keep out of the wet and don't go on the shout. For the sickness gets in as the liquor dies out, and it crumples the young British soldier. Crumples the soldier. But the worst of your foes is the sun overhead. You must wear your helmet for all that is said. If he finds you uncovered, he'll knock you down dead, and you'll die like a fool of a soldier. Fool of a soldier. If you're cast for fatigue by a sergeant unkind, don't gross like a woman, nor crack on or blind. Be handy and civil, and then you will find that it's beer for the young British soldier. Beer, beer, beer for the soldier. Now if you must marry, take care she is old. A troop sergeant's widow's the nicest, I'm told. For beauty won't help if your rations is cold, nor love ain't enough for a soldier. Nuff for a soldier. If the wife should go wrong with a comrade, be loath to shoot when you catch 'em. You'll swing on my oath. Make 'em take her and keep her. That's hell for them both. And you're shut out the curse of a soldier. Curse of a soldier. When first under fire and you're wishful to duck, don't look near to take heed at the man that is struck. Be thankful you're livin', and trust to your luck, and march to your front like a soldier. Front like a soldier. When off of your bullets fly wide in the ditch, don't call your martini a cross-eyed old bitch. She is human as you are, you treat her as such, and she'll fight for you, for the young British soldier. Fight for the soldier. When shaking their bustles like ladies so fine, the guns o' the enemy wheel into line. Shoot low at the limbers and don't mind the shine, for noise never startles the soldier. Startles the soldier. If your officer's dead and the sergeants look white, remember it's ruin to run from a fight. So take open order, lie down and sit tight, and wait for supports like a soldier. Wait like a soldier. When you're wounded and left on Afghanistan's plains and the women come out to cut up what remains, just roll to your rifle and blow out your brains and go to your God like a soldier. Go, like a soldier. Go, like a soldier. Go, like a soldier. So older of the Queen. And finally, I came to this one a bit older in my life. Still very glad that I did. Another Rudyard Kipling. This one's called If. And it, I believe, is his attempt to tell his son what it's like to be a man. And you don't have to agree with everything, like I said from the beginning. But I think there's a lot to be said in this. And hopefully I don't get this one botched up like I did the young British soldier. Let's finish it off with this one. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies. or being hated, don't give way to hating. And don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, and if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build 'em up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Doing my best to keep everything together, but these 3 poems, as you could probably tell, hit me pretty heavily. They may not for you, but hopefully they give you as much to build off of as they have me in my pursuit. So thank you for listening all the way to the end, and I hope to see you next time.